What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about my absolute top 5 gold farms that everyone that wants to start making gold in transmog should do. And I can guarantee you it's not the farm that you expect to see. So we're going to go through all the farms and what they can potentially drop, like basically why you should do them and more. And the cool thing about it is we're going to take a sneak peek at the 0 to 10 million gold guide. So right now there's an Easter sale on it. It can't be any worse than Blizzard, and Blizzard is currently doing 67% off on a bunch of things for Easter sale. So am I. So if you want to get the gold guide, which is right now over 170 pages filled with the best gold making tactics that I personally use, then just use the discount code SALE and you will get it for 67% off. And just know that once you get the book, you will get a lifetime of free updates. So when I made this book like 2.5 years ago, the people that got it back then, appreciate that by the way, they're still getting the updates to this day, and so will you. So you can find that link down below in the description. But we're going to take a look at 5 pages of the book of the farms that I think everyone should do when they're starting out to farm transmog. And the reason why you guys probably won't guess these farms is because most people, when they think about farming transmog, they think about running dungeons, right? But even solo open world farms are way more powerful in order to fill up the auction house. So starting off with the first farm is one that has made me literally millions of gold throughout the years. And it is this one right here, taking from the book. It is a nazjatar gold farm. And in this area right here in nazjatar, it's filled with elite mobs, but we're level 70 now, so you can easily kill them and they hyper spawn like crazy. The reason why this farm is so good is because nazjatar is similar to Shadowlands Seraph Mortis, where all the set items, the greens dropping from the mobs, have a unique appearance. So that means that the people that didn't play when nazjatar was current content, they don't have these transmogs, and the only way to get them those transmogs is to buy your auctions that you've been farming in nazjatar. And we're talking about sets like the Reefwalker set, Slither Shell, Deep Tide, and Wave Crash. And there's also a bunch of different weapons that can drop from these guys that also sells pretty well. And of course, it's a BFA farm, so you also have a chance of getting BOE epic items that sells as transmog, like the Tibu. So absolute great farm, and bring a toon that is efficient and can kill mobs fast, but also has good mobility. It's a relatively small area, so playing something like a druid that can sunfire the mob and kill him off with Starfall is absolutely insane, even solo if done on a level 70. The next farm is one of my all-time favorite transmog farms, and it's Sludge Fen in Northern Barrens. Now, the reason why this farm is so cool is because it has the exact same loot table as Wailing Caverns, right? So whenever you have a farm that has the same loot table of a dungeon, the only thing that matters is how many mobs can you kill per hour. And around this very tiny lake, you have a bunch of mobs that hyper spawn, and you will kill like 10 times the amount of mobs, even solo, running around this lake, constantly killing, rather than running through the dungeon Wailing Caverns. So these the transmog items it's dropping from this place is like Ceremonial, Barbaric, Grizzly, Pagan. There's a bunch of really good sets. The cool thing is, now we can transmog white and gray items as well. And this farm, the majority of the items you will get and the sets are green items, but a lot of these sets have white items in some of the slots. For instance, boots and belt. There's no green versions of them, but there's like common, like white items to complete the set, and they can sell right now. And I've been selling white items out of this farm for as high as 30,000 gold. So it's a great farm to fill up the auction house. And also, they have some of the highest sell rate in terms of classic transmog in the entire expansion. So they sell faster than your average transmog. The next farm is also a very interesting one. It is one of the most farmed locations for the last couple of years, and that is Silithus. Now, As it says in the text in the book, it's a very popular farm, and it has the exact same loot table as Sulfurak. And Sulfurak was the most farmed dungeon by far after Uldaman, and it has been for a while. But Sulfurak is absolute dog shit. Like, if you don't farm with anyone, you farm solo, it is much better to go to this location in Silithus and kill the mobs, the Twilight mobs at this location solo. You will kill more mobs having the same loot table as Sulfurak. In fact, it has a better loot table than Sulfurak because you can get like Blade of Hannah and Tibu as well from this place. And even though prices have gone down drastically, you will still get very popular high sell rate sets like Bloodlust, Jade, Vanguard, Glorious, and you have the chance of getting the big transmog epics like Cloudkeeper leg plates, Eye of Flame, Skull Flame Shield, Destiny, Tibu, Blade of Hannah. There's a ton of them. So an absolute great farm, even solo. But of course, like any open world farms, the more people you invite, the better, with, of course, a cap of 5. But even if you just invite that one friend or that one guildie, it makes the farm way better. Now, next one is also something that people traditionally look at as like a group farm, but I made a video on most of these farms, like trying it out solo, just to show you guys that it is actually quite like efficient to even do it solo, but it all depends on the prices on your realm. But Isle of Thunder from Panda is really good. So if you go to the ruins at this location in Isle of Thunder, there's going to be a bunch of Sandalari trolls. The good thing about this is that Panda in general is a horrible expansion for farm the transmog besides Sandalari trolls. So the reason why it's really bad is that most green items and blue items and even epic items that drops in Panda shares appearance with like 10 other items, and typically also basic quest rewards, making the transmog like super low in demand and the prices are really bad. However, the Sandalari trolls have unique set items and weapons that can only drop from Sandalari trolls, and this location is absolutely stacked with them, and they do hyper respawn. So it is a great gold farm to do, once again, even solo. Now, the next farm, the last farm that I want to talk about in this video is Stonetalon. Now, there's two different locations for this. The blue spots can only be farmed by Alliance because you're killing horde mobs, and the lake and the ruins next to the lake that's marked red can be farmed by both the Alliance and the horde. Both spots are really, really good. The red spot also drops Essence of Undeath material, which is quite handy. And this is like, it's similar to Sludge Fen. That's the closest farm of the ones we've talked about, because the mobs hyper spawn like crazy, really doable solo. You can get some green items, like really good green items that you can also get in certain dungeons, but you kill way more mobs in this open world farm, even solo. And your bags and the amount of items that's good enough to throw up on the auction house, like, if you do it for an hour solo, you will have a bunch of items that's definitely worth putting up on the auction house. So it is also, of course, that's why it's in the video, on one of my top transmog farms. And all of these farms, if that wasn't clear by now, are worth doing solo, right? Because I know a lot of people are like, meh, another group farm, I can never get a group, etc., etc. But all of these farms are really good to do solo. And that was just like a very small sneak peek of the gold guide. That's 5 pages out of 174, I believe. So once again, if you want to check that out, make sure to do so now, as you can get 67% off with the Easter sale using the discount code SALE. With that being said, if there's any more subjects you want me to talk about and make a video on, leave a suggestion down below in the comment section. I absolutely love making video on viewer requests, so make sure to do that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you found this video helpful, and you'll be notified whenever the next video like this one goes up. And if you want to see the videos before anyone else, do like a bunch of other people and sign up to the VIP Discord, where all my YouTube videos gets posted on the Discord before they go live on YouTube. There's also a bunch of exclusive content on that Discord, but more of that with the link down below in the description. So guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, have a good one. Bye bye.